Hi, and welcome to Shanna's Corona Business Report. You guessed it, I'm Shanna, and I'm a video journalist originally from Queens, New York, now living in Tel Aviv, Israel, and I'm doing a series where I interview businesses about how they are managing the coronavirus, what changes they're doing, and how they're adapting to this insane moment. So today, I'm speaking with the CEO of Optibus, which is an Israeli company that creates a software to help transit systems become more efficient. And one thing I learned from our interview today is that they're getting an outpouring of questions from transit systems all around the world asking if they can help make bus systems faster. And that's because they want fewer people on each bus. So without further ado, let's get right to it. We're going to speak with the CEO of Optibus. In one sentence, what could you tell me that your company does? What's the goal of your company?
So Optibus provide a platform for planning and running transportation systems. If you think about almost every city in the world that has a public transit system or private transportation systems, we're the backend behind this system that allows transportation companies to plan routes, timetable of the bus and so on, frequencies, drivers, vehicles, and all the planning behind the scenes.
What brought me to your company was that I found that your company is offering a free contingency plan during this chaotic COVID-19 mess, and I really wanted to hear from you. What is your offer?
We give a software for free for 3 months, no string attached, no questions asked, no sales poaching or anything like that. You get the system, you get some training, you get a license and then the user and everything. Obviously, people want to take less of public transit or sometimes even mandated to take less public transportation because too many people in a closed place and definitely could be dangerous. What our clients are need is very fast to change the transportation system to this new situation. It could be in some cases that mean reduction in frequency or reduction in number of vehicles. It could be preparing for a situation that drivers will not show up to work. Because that also happens. 20% of the driver decide just not to show up to work because they're afraid of things like that. And it could be actually the opposite. In some countries, we get requests from clients that wants to increase the frequency of public transportation system because they're reducing the number of people that are allowed on a bus. It's either more service or less service, but in the end, lots and lots of changes. That's, I think, the main theme here, that they need to plan in a very fast time, within days. That's a huge, huge challenge. Usually you have a lot of time to plan changes in transportation system, sometimes even months and years. It's a cloud-based system. You can just work from home, put the data, run a few scenarios, very quickly optimize all of that, and then submit it to the authorities, which is something that almost every transit agency in the world needs to do these days. Now, the other option, if they don't use Optibus, and that's why we want to help them, is that they do everything manually. So think about doing like in your head or in a spreadsheet, starting designing the whole transportation system of the city for scenario of 20% less drivers, 30% less drivers, more frequency, less frequency, and doing all of that in 3 days. So we are putting our people to help transit agency. So maybe it will require more expenses on our side. I don't think it's going to touch our revenue. I think longer term, it should just even increase that. We see lots of demand now for using Optibus, and it is an opportunity for us. But definitely, I wouldn't say that when our clients are losing ridership and cities are in chaos, that it's good for Optibus, right? We need our clients to succeed, to have lots of business, to have lots of riders, to have a thriving transportation system.
Thank you so much. That was very insightful. And don't forget to be in touch with me about anything new coming your way in these next few weeks.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
All right, people. Well, that is it for today's Corona Business Report. If you want to hear more of this, you can follow me on social media. Share my videos. Don't share your drinks. And don't forget, I'm Shanna Fold, giving you the news from a different source.